Hello everyone, Scottish Lad here, and today we're going to be reviewing a set of the Target Glen Durrants. Obviously that's the setup you get, standard flights, intermediate stems. So let's just go and get on with it. Right, well guys, we've got a close-up look to the Target Glen Durrants. These are the 90% tungsten ones. They've recently brought out the 80% that are only a few pound cheaper than the 90%. So I know what I'd rather buy in the case of that. But obviously these are made by Target. As you can see with the Target logo in there. It's just a multi-ring design with a smooth section. It's basically like a classic design, like similar to the Eric Bristow's, let's just say, because it has a very similar design. It's got a nice rounded nose. It's almost asking for a different point. They come with silver points supplied, and the intermediate Target Pro Grip stems, one of the best kind of stems you can get in the market. And these Duzza flights. Now obviously these are a bit chewed up, but that's probably my fault because I threw them beforehand. Anyway, these are 90% tungsten. And the ones I've got are 24g. You can also get them in 22 and 26g. And as I said, it was just a ring grip. Obviously it'd be suitable for your front, middle, and of course your rear grippers, just with that band of rear grip at the rear. I threw on the smooth section when I was throwing. Obviously, as you can see in there's a Middlesbrough line, because Glen Durrant is a huge Middlesbrough fan. Now the price on these kind of varies. In most of the retailers it's $39.95, and there's a couple that it's $41.95. You'll be able to get these at Darts GB, Double Top Darts, Amazon, obviously Darts Corner, and A180 no longer. Well, the A180 website no longer sell Target products or Windmill products, so it could be worth checking out. Obviously, Double Top, Darts GB, kind of stuff like that. Or you can also phone up A180 and do a phone order. I'm pretty sure in the shop they still provide Target mod, like Target and Windmill products. Now the length of these from, obviously where the point meets the barrel to the end of the barrel is 50mm, and the overall width is 6.6mm. I'm assuming at the widest point, which is kind of on the top of the grip, and in this smooth section there is a slight kind of taper at the rear. It's like ever so slight, so you won't even notice it unless you grip there. But I think I've gave you all the information I can, except for the grip level. The grip level for me is a 2.5. It's just a kind of relatively smooth ring grip. But I've gave you all the information I can on these Target Glen Durrant darts. So we'll get them over to the board, have a few visits with them, and we'll see how we got on with them. Right guys, I've got the Duzzas set up slightly differently. I have the Storm Target Surge Points, Target Storm Surge Points. Also added the Duzza Kite Flights, some short Pro Grip stems. Just have a few visits to the board with the setup. It's as close as I could get to Duzzas. And what will we chat about them before we get wrapped up? Tops. And what I noticed with the kite flights is when I'm throwing them, they spin. Look through the air. Rather than go like the way I like them. But I can see why Duzza uses a setup to suit his style, because the darts are zooming to the board. And I'm rather impressed by this grip to the board with these surge points. Now let's try and at least hit a treble. Not a 1. 39. Just a few more visits guys and then we'll get wrapped up, but I'm going to stick with saying what I said about the grip. It's a definitely level 2.5 in my opinion. It's not overly aggressive, but it's not smooth either. It's kind of the best of both worlds. 60. I'm rather hoping we can hit a treble. I may switch down to the 19s. Hey, 61. Do 2 more visits. We'll try and get 3 in this bullseye. I don't know if it's wise with the storm points. Obviously they're prone to snapping, but why not? 20, 30, 57. Right, one last free normal visit, and then 3 in the bull, and then we'll go get wrapped up. 20, 40, 60. Right, let's try and get 3 in that bullseye, and we'll go get wrapped up. Maybe I'll need it. 25, 19. I'm going to do 1 more visit into that bull because that's sitting on the wire. So I'm hoping I can hit at least 1 bull. Otherwise, it was pointless doing this again. But then we'll go and get wrapped up afterwards. Right. Actually, I just left it there. But let's go and get wrapped up now. And there we go, guys. That was my review of the Target Duzza Glen Durrant darts in 24g. I'd like to thank Neil Bell of Neil's Darts, who actually sent me these. He knew I'd been after a set for a while and I just hadn't pulled the plug on them, so he kindly sent me them. And obviously I added storm points like I do. I also had this setup in the throne section. It's kind of the closest I could get to what Duzza uses because these pair flights aren't available. These are a great dart. They're quite basic though, so they'd be ideal for someone who's just starting up the game. They could be okay for seasoned pros. Obviously Glen Durrant uses them. He's a 3-time champion of the world, even though it was with the BDO, it's still 3-time world champion. Overall feel of them, really nice. And obviously they'd suit you front grippers because you're holding there and you've got the feel of pretty much the whole barrel, because the way your fingers would, depending on your grip. Obviously my grip's like that, so I kind of feel 3/4 of the barrel with my finger. Same with the middle, and obviously the rear. You've just got that little ring band at the rear. Just there. You'll probably not be able to see it very well due to the blurriness. But I was holding kind of on the smooth and at the rear, and as you see, now through decent-ish. But overall, great quality set of darts. Most of the time Target darts are, depending on the barrel. The Duzzas, can't really go wrong with it because it is just a few ring cuts and some engraving. The Target logo and obviously the Middlesbrough line, like I showed you in the close-up section. But that was my review of the Duzza Glen Durrants. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if there's anything you want me to review. And of course, like always, stay safe out there. And of course, keep on darting.